So what is the for of? So for of is a new ESX feature. What will the for of? Use the for of. It will take the every element, every step. It will look okay. Then it will take the jet. Okay. If people understand.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yes.
Now, next we see destruction of the array and objects. Destructing means it will destruct the array or object. For example, we have an array. Destruct means it will split the array. For example, what it will do, right? It will take the every element in the array and then for every element we are creating the one variable. It will destruct the array and create the some variables. So now console.log of x. Okay, console.log of y. Z. Let's see what is the output. 2, 5, 3. That means it's creating the some variables for every element, right? It is taking the for every element one variable. For every element one variable. Okay? If people understand, this is called destructing of the array. Any those here? So what will think? It will destruct the array, split the array into some variables. For every element, it has going to the one variable. Okay, 2 is going to x, 5 is going to y, 3 is going to z. Okay, it is used for the destruction. This is called destructing of the array. Right? If people understand?
Yes, sir.
If you need those, just ask me. Okay. Now we have destructing of the object. For example, I have the object. Okay. Now you want to destruct the user object into variables. Then you need to define like this. So now you need to destructing the object for every item is a behind as the variable. Okay. So now, for example, console.log of name. What is the output?
Per peer.
User is not eligible. So something is wrong. Then we use this like this. You will now see. Here. So for array destructing, you use the array only. Okay, use the array only. Okay. For the object destruction, use the object notations like curve like this. Okay. Then you will get the PR. You understand, right? So the difference between the let me give the array destruction example. So here this is called the array destruction. It's called the array destruction. Okay. This is called the object destruction. Okay. For example, instead of this, if I want a value 5, how can get? You want a value this five value. Just don't use this
AF
one.
Y.
AF.
Y.
So instead of using this one, for example, if I let x equal to AF1. Here also x value is 5, right? X value here x value 3, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Here also x value 3. So we can do like this. Instead of that, you can destruct an array. You can put every element into one variable. The same time, you can destruct an array. We can put every element into an object. Okay? People understand?
Yes, sir.
For example, I have this one. Sorry. Now tell me what is the value of x value, what is the value of y?
X value is ID is 123 and name Gopal. My ID is 123 and name is Rajesh.
Correct. So we can take every object into separate variable. Okay. See, first value is this one, second is the. So we can take every object into some separate variables. This is called the array destruction. So in the latest ES6 features, they introduce the destruction of the arrays and destruction of the objects. Okay. Understand, right?
Yes, sir.
And also arrow functions. You people already know arrow functions. I already told you, right? What is the arrow function? For example, we have a function like this. So this is a normal function. If you want this function, the arrow type of function, we use the parenthesis arrow. So test1 equals constant. Test1 equal to console.log of x. So this is a normal function. So arrow function means you can use the parenthesis with the parameters, arrow symbol, and use the functionalities. So this is the arrow function. I will explain in the previous examples. The arrow function is the latest ES6 feature. Okay. Now I will tell the spread operator, rest operator. The most useful they will ask question. Actually, in interview they will ask what are the ES6 features. You know, you will tell let them constants are introduced by ES6. They introduce a for of function. There is a destruction of the array and objects. You can explain every length future and give some examples. Okay, then only the interview will satisfy. Now come to the point. What are the rest operator? What are spread operator? So yeah, rest operator, spread operator. Every time it will check with the x. I mean, before a variable, they will put the dotted notation, triple dots. This is the spread operator or rest operator. Why they use? For example, I have the sum. Okay. If I pass the 2, 3, I want the value if you pass if you pass the two arguments, I want the sum of those two arguments. If I want to pose the three arguments, I want the three arguments. I want the sum of the three arguments. If I want the four arguments, I want the sum of the four arguments. Like this, you don't know how many number of times you can pass. You don't know. You don't know how many number of arguments you can pass. At that time, you use the spread operator. Use the spread operator. Okay. So now they will have there is a called dot args. Okay. Now let's see. Control dot log of args. For example, I will pass the 1. 1, 2. 6, H. Comma 12, 10. So you can pass. So there is only one function. You can pass n number of arguments. Not the one arguments. N number of arguments. So the first time if you call, it will print the 1. Second time it will print the an array with the 1. Second time it will print the array with the 1, 2. Third it will print the 3, 6, 8. Let's see. Sorry, I did not save. Okay. See, first time 1, second time 1, 2. So if any number of arguments you are passing, it will taking as an array. So the rest operator is useful if you want to pass the n number of arguments, then you use this spread operator, rest operator. Okay, then you will pass the rest operator. Now args has an array. Okay, now args has an array. People understand, right? You can pass if you want the array of elements and argument to the function. You use the rest operator. You use the rest arg method. Okay. Now tell me what is output. What is output? Tell me.
4.
What is the first line? What is the first output?
1.
What is the second output?
2, 3, and 5.
Right? Here you are passing the 5 elements. It will take an array. The array of length 5. Right? So you people understand, right? If you want the rest operator useful, if you pass the n number of arguments to a function, then it will use the spread operator. For example, now tell me what is the output. Now tell me what is the output. Anyone tell? First argument is common. Second argument is the array. Now tell me what is the output here. Anybody?
1.
Huh?
1.
1? Are you sure?
No, undefined.
Undefined. Because we are not passing the second argument. There is no array. The first argument going to the x here. The first argument taking the x here. Only from the second array it will take the array. Now here
1.
Here
2. 4.
So actually what are the values here? 6, 8. Right? People understand, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0. If you're not giving the value, it will take 0 values in the array args function by default. Okay? If people understand, right? If you want to pass the n number of argument to a function, then use the rest operator. Next. there is other use of the spread operator, the rest operator. For example, I want to array here. Okay. If I want to an element at the end of the array, what you will do? What function you will do? I want to an element end of the array. I want to add a number 8 at the end of the array. What you will do? What you people will do actually?
Shift.
End of the array.
Push.
So either push.
Push.
And what is the value of a?
2, 5, 6, 8.
8. Okay. Instead of this, we can there is other method, other functionality like a equal to resetting the array. Here resetting the array, the array is the new element. This is mostly useful in the React. This type of function. This type of functionality mostly useful in the React because they have the data. If you want to update the data, they are using this rest operator. Okay, that means it was resetting the array, adding the new value. Here it means it's resetting the array, adding the new element. Okay, right? People understand, right? Both are same, but in React they will use like this. They will resetting the array because in the React or in Angular there is a concept of called the regex. There is a concept of called regex. I will explain the later in the Angular class. Regex store management concept. For every store management concept, they have some value. If anything is happened, they are updating this object. For example, they are updating the object at that time. They will use this. For example, I have the object. Okay. Now I am resetting the object with the rest operator. Okay. Okay. Now I want to reset the user's object with adding the new property. Then users equal to like this. Users comma. I want to add the new value. For example, score. Let's see if there is any wrong here. See, right? So initially we have so you know how to add the new element into the array using the push function you can do, but how to add the new property in the object? There is addition property users. Okay, for example, I have the users object. I have the name comma ID. I want to add the new property. You can do like this also. Users dot marks is equal to 100. You can do like this also. Otherwise, you can do this like using this. So here you are updating the value, updating the data with the new value. Both are same, but here you are updating the total object with the new property. For that one also we use the rest operator. Okay, for also mostly this concept is useful in the regex. They have the state object. If anything data is updated, they are using this spread operator like this. Okay, if people understand spread operator, rest operator.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you understand, right? So in this, so if you want updating any array or any object, we can use the rest operator. If you want new value, then also we can use the rest operator. Okay. For example, let A equal to 1, 2. Let B equal to 3, 4. 2 comma 4. A concat of B. Okay, let's see. What is the output of the C?
1 2 2 4.
1, 2,
Yes,
2, 4.
1, 2, 2, 4.
1 2 2 4.
This is called the concat. This is called
Yeah.
concating. It is adding the two arrays. There is a concept called the merge. Merge means it will merge the array, it will remove the duplicates. It merge the array, it will remove the duplicates. For that one also we use the rest operator. For example, so it will here this is called merging the two arrays. Merging the two arrays. What will this? Merge means it will remove the duplicates. Now what is the final output here?
1 to 4.
1 2
4.
1 2
4.
1 2 4.
It is not the 1
Only 1 2 4.
4. It is not
No,
the
1, 2, 2, 4.
because it will remove the duplicates. So 1 2, so it will merge in the array. Sorry, something is there. Okay.
Sir, array allow duplicate data. Sir, array allow duplicate data.
Okay.
That's why.
So array around duplicates. Actually, there is then how to merge the array? We want to merge the array to arrays. How will do? Merge means I want to remove the duplicates. How will you do?
Sir, I have two variable, na? I have two variable. I have two variable A and 2. Then A variable have 1 and 2 and B variable have 2 and 4. Because 2 and 2 is a different property. Like A have 2 and B have 2.
Okay. Anybody others? So it will not the remove.
Using spread operator.
Okay. So it will not the remove array is not the remove the duplicates. For example, I have the objects. Okay. Okay. It will allow the it is also called the concatenating the two arrays. Okay. So in this way also we will concatenate the two objects. If people you have doubt, we have a push method. Why using the spread operator? If people understand, right? We have the push method. Why you people understand? Why you people using the this spread operator? Anybody know?
No, sir.
Anybody know? For example, let me tell you. Let A equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay. Let B equal to A. Now B the push 4. What is the output?
First
1,
line number
2,
7,
3.
1 2 3. 1 2
And-
line number 8, 1 2
1,
3
2,
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Right? Let's see. Somebody tell 1 2 3. Somebody 1 2 3 4. See, both array will affect. This is called the clone of the object, a copy of the array. Copy of the array or clone of the array. So what will they? Will take the variable assigning the value here. That means it will take this memory location only. It will take this memory location only. It was not creating the new memory for the B. Here, if we assign it means
Okay.
it will not creating the new memory. It will use the memory of A only. So if you change if you add a new value, you will change the memory of A only. Not there is no new memory for the B. There is no new memory for the B. To use the memory of A. That's why both are the affecting. Okay, but I want to new array. I want to apply new. I want the new items, but it is not affecting the original array. I want to copy. I will add the new elements, but it will not affect the original array. For that one, we use the spread operator. Okay, spread operator. Let's see. Now, in this case, we will have the new memory. In this case, we will have the new memory. Now see. See. Say A is not changed here, only B is changed. Okay? So somebody will they will confuse, they will ask like this, they will ask like this. Now tell me what is the value of value B. So what you think only B will change, that's why A is the 1, 2, 3, B is the 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's not correct. If you are sending the value or if you copy of an array, it will take the whole the memory location. That's why it will affect the board. But if you use the spread operator, a new memory will create for the B array. Okay, a new memory will create the B array. Okay, people understand?
Yes.
For example, in which cases they are using? I have the old data. This is the old data. This is new data. This is the new data. The new data for the new data, they use it like this. So you want to know which is the old data, which is the new data. Then what is the old data? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is new data? 1, 2, 3, 4. A is not different. Sorry, old data. Sorry. Right? So if you want to use the previous state and the next state, then you use the spread operator. If you directly assigning taking the new array, this data into new data, okay, and you adding the value, new data push value. So what you think? So new data has a new value 4. You think old data is not affected? Let's see. Old data will affected. Old data will affected, right? So it is not correct way. If you want new set of data, then you use this one. That's why in the story in the Angular React, they will use like this. If any new data is coming, they will use spread operator. This is the most use of the spread operator. Okay, now you people understand what is the spread operator, rest operator. If you want to pass the n number of arguments, yeah.
Sir, spread operator and rest operator are same.
Not same. Spread operator used in the functions. If you want the use notation is same. Notation is the triple dots.
Yes, sir.
But when it is called spread operator, means rest operator means if you want to pass the n number of arguments to a function, then use it is called rest operator. If you want to pass the n number of arguments to a function, then use the rest operator. If you want to reset an array, if you want to resetting an object with new data, then use the spread operator. Okay, this is the most useful topic in the React. Well, in the React, because in the React there is a called state management, local state. So the state value is not updating automatically. Everything we need to do like this. Then only the state value will update it. The React is the most useful concept. The spread operator, rest operator. Before going to React, you must have knowledge in the ES6 features. If you know the array function, let constant, for destruction of the array, destruction of the object, spread operator, rest operator. If you have the knowledge in the ES6 feature, then only you go. I will suggest then only you go to the React. Okay, that's it. That's it for today class. Any doubts are there?
Sir, I have some doubts.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, how we implement these things into HTML or web page?
I will next class. There is next 2 to 3 classes are there. The next classes I will give the one class for the JavaScript in the DOM objects, DOM elements. Okay, there is one class is there. Okay, there is other class, some useful then the other class. I will tell the some other functions. Okay, there
Yes,
is
sir.
from now there are only 3 classes are there. Okay, one class for the applying the JavaScript for DOM elements. Applying JavaScript for the DOM elements. I will still let that tell you. Applying JavaScript for the HTML for DOM elements. Okay. Second thing, in the second class, I will explain some functions like call, bind, apply, and I will explain the validation purpose. There are 2 classes there. And one more thing, suggest to anyone, I will conduct a mega class, live class. This will up to 2-3 hours. Complete JavaScript in 3 hours. There is one class for only for the interview questions in the JavaScript. I will conducting the 2 classes up to 2-3 hours for 2 days. Those are the mega classes, JavaScript mega classes I will conducting. So tell your friends, they will be useful. One is for the interview questions in the JavaScript. Second is the JavaScript in 3 hours. I will once again remind all the JavaScript in 2-3 hours. Okay. You people must join to that classes. Maybe it will on the 6th and 7th. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So on the 7th, the JavaScript classes are closing. We will plan from the 10th Angular or React. We will plan for that one. I will let you know when was the class, what is the structure. Okay. On the January 7th, the Java classes are over. Okay. Till now we finished the 8-day classes. 8 days classes. So total 10 days classes. All the classes videos in my YouTube channel. You can subscribe and see that one. Okay. I'll put this recording classes in every video. Okay. That's it. Any questions? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Any others? I think it's okay, right? Thanks for today to complete the task. Some people did, but don't copy from the online. You just think in your own logic. If you not understand, then you go to that one. Okay. Yeah. Bye for today class.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.